Welcome, space enthusiasts, to episode 6 of our stellar series. Today, we're voyaging to the second largest planet in our solar system, Saturn. Think back to our previous celestial journeys. We visited the searing surface of Mercury, the vibrant clouds of Venus, our own blue marble, the red plains of Mars, and the gargantuan gas giant, Jupiter. Now it's time to ring in a new adventure with the jewel of our cosmic backyard. So buckle up, we're about to dive into the world of Saturn. Saturn, the gas giant, is the sixth planet from the Sun and is most famous for its fabulous ring system. But that's just the tip of the cosmic iceberg. There's more to this celestial titan than meets the eye, so let's delve a little deeper, shall we? Saturn is a behemoth, second only to Jupiter in terms of size in our solar system. It's about 9 times the size of Earth, but despite its colossal size, it's surprisingly light. You see, Saturn is mostly made up of hydrogen and helium, the same elements that make up our Sun. In fact, if you could find a cosmic bathtub large enough, Saturn would float. Now that's a bath bomb I'd like to see. Now let's talk about Saturn's distance from the Sun. Nestled between Jupiter and Uranus, Saturn is approximately 900 million miles away from our fiery star. That's about 10 times the distance from the Sun to our home planet, Earth. To put that into perspective, a commercial jet flying non-stop would take around 1,000 years to get to Saturn. So, you might want to pack a few extra snacks for the journey. Now onto Saturn's most iconic feature, its rings. These dazzling rings are made up of countless chunks of ice and rock, ranging in size from tiny dust-like grains to massive boulders. They stretch out more than 75,000 miles from the planet, but are razor-thin, just about a mile thick. This makes them nearly invisible when viewed edge-on. Talk about a cosmic magic trick, eh? Saturn, with its distinctive rings, is an unmistakable figure in our solar system. This gas giant is not just a pretty face, but a fascinating world of extremes. Its sheer size, lightweight composition, and stunning rings make it a celestial marvel worth exploring. So buckle up, space voyagers, we're just getting started. Saturn is a world of wonder, composed mostly of hydrogen and helium, much like its big brother, Jupiter. Indeed, this celestial marvel is largely made up of the same stuff as the Sun, but don't let that fool you into thinking it's just a mini-sun. Far from it. Saturn's core, the very heart of the planet, is a dense ball of iron, nickel, rock, and other heavy elements. This core is surrounded by a deep layer of metallic hydrogen, and then by an outer layer of molecular hydrogen. Quite the layered cake, wouldn't you say? Now let's talk atmosphere. Saturn's atmosphere is a thick, hazy blanket of gas peppered with ammonia crystals. This gives the planet its pale gold hue. The atmosphere is also marked by occasional stormy weather patterns with winds that can reach up to 1,000 miles per hour. Yes, you heard that right, 1,000 miles per hour. That's faster than the speed of sound on Earth. Saturn has a radius of 58.232 kilometers, 36.183 miles, and a diameter of 120.536 kilometers, 74.897 miles. That makes the surface area of Saturn 83 times greater than Earth. Saturn is the most oblate planet in the solar system. Its equatorial diameter is greater than the planet's polar diameter. If you look at Saturn through a telescope, it would appear flattened. Saturn's unique composition gives it a very different structure to the terrestrial planets closer to the Sun. It's a world where the usual rules are turned on their head, where you could theoretically float in the sky and where storms rage at supersonic speeds. But for all its strangeness, Saturn is just one piece of the cosmic jigsaw puzzle that is our solar system. Each planet, each moon, each star is a clue to understanding the universe we live in, and that's what makes exploring them so fascinating. Also, with Saturn's atmosphere being made up of mostly ammonia, I bet it smells like pee. Saturn's rings, the jewel of our solar system, are a complex system made up of billions of particles. These aren't just any particles, mind you. They're ice-rich particles with a dash of rocky material and dust, some as tiny as a grain of sand, and others as large as mountains. Now, isn't that something? The origin of these rings has been a subject of much debate among the stargazers and space whizzes. Some propose they're remnants of comets, asteroids, or shattered moons that broke up before they reached the planet. The gravity of Saturn then shaped this debris into the intricate ring system we see today. Another theory, the primordial soup theory, if you will, suggests that the rings could be remnants from the early solar system, the leftovers, if you like, from the formation of the planets, a bit like the crumbs left over after a galactic bake-off. Then we have the ring recycling theory. It suggests the rings are in a constant state of destruction and reconstruction, much like a cosmic phoenix rising from the icy ashes. Regardless of their origin, these rings are not static. They're dynamic and ever-changing, swirling around Saturn like a cosmic ballet. And even though they're around 10 meters thick on average, pretty thin considering their size, they span up to 280,000 kilometers. That's 3/4 the distance from the Earth to the Moon. The rings are named alphabetically in the order they were discovered. So we have the D, C, B, A, F, G and E rings. The largest, the B ring alone, would fill the gap between Earth and our Moon. Just imagine looking up at the night sky and seeing that. Saturn's rings are a spectacle that continues to fascinate astronomers and laymen alike. Whether it's their ethereal beauty, their mysterious origins, or their dynamic nature, the rings of Saturn are a testament to the wonders of our universe. They remind us that even in the vastness of space, there is a sublime order, an intricate dance of gravity and light. Saturn is a planetary matriarch, boasting over 80 moons, each with its unique features. The grandeur of Saturn doesn't stop at its stunning rings. Oh no, it's a proud parent to a bustling family of moons, each one fascinating in its own right. Let's start with Titan, the second largest moon in our solar system and Saturn's largest moon. A moon with more in common with Earth than you might think. It's the only other place in the solar system where we've found stable bodies of surface liquid. But don't pack your swimsuits just yet. These aren't serene lakes of water, but rather pools of frigid liquid methane and ethane. Imagine a beach holiday with methane waves lapping at your toes. Then there's Enceladus, a small, icy moon that packs a big surprise. Beneath its frozen surface, Enceladus hides a vast ocean of salty water. And if that's not enough to pique your interest, this icy moon is also geologically active. It spews massive plumes of water vapor into space from its south pole, a spectacular cosmic fountain that hints at the possibility of life beneath its frosty shell. And let's not forget Iapetus, the moon of two faces, one side as dark as coal, the other as bright as snow. This yin and yang moon is believed to get its contrasting colors from dust and ice, creating a stunning dichotomy that leaves scientists scratching their heads. From Mimas, the Death Star lookalike, to Hyperion, the spongy, chaotic moon, each of Saturn's moons has a unique story to tell, a scientific riddle to solve, a cosmic secret to unveil. With so many moons, Saturn could almost be considered a mini solar system in itself. And who knows? Maybe one day, we'll uncover the mysteries these celestial bodies hold. But for now, we can only gaze at them from afar, captivated by their alien beauty and intrigued by their astronomical allure. Saturn's influence extends beyond science, having a significant impact on our culture and mythology. This gas giant with its iconic rings has captivated human imagination for centuries, playing a prominent role in various mythologies and cultures across the globe. In the realm of ancient Roman mythology, Saturn was a mighty god of agriculture, symbolizing wealth, abundance, and time. His reign was considered the golden age of prosperity and peace. Talk about a legacy, right? This connection to wealth and time is what led to the planet being named Saturn. Moving over to the east, in Hindu astrology, the planet is known as Shani, a celestial embodiment of discipline and control. Shani is said to reward or punish us based on our deeds, a cosmic karma policeman, if you will. Now let's not forget about Saturn's influence in pop culture. From science fiction novels to films, Saturn and its rings have served as an exotic backdrop for many interstellar adventures. It's been the setting for Arthur C. Clarke's 2001 A Space Odyssey and featured prominently in the Star Trek universe. And what about music? The iconic jazz musician Sun Ra even claimed to be from Saturn, using it as a symbol of freedom in his compositions. In astrology, Saturn represents discipline, responsibility and structure. It's not all work, though. Saturn also symbolizes ambition, authority and long-term success. So, next time you're feeling the pressure, remember it might just be Saturn, pushing you towards your goals. Saturn's influence permeates through our art, our stories, and our belief systems. It's more than just a planet, it's a symbol, a muse, a teacher. It's a testament to how the cosmos can shape our cultures and our individual lives. From ancient Roman festivals to modern-day astrology, from science fiction to jazz, Saturn's presence is undeniable. Saturn, a figure of fascination, continues to inspire us in science and culture. Whether we're looking up at the night sky or delving into a science fiction saga, Saturn in all its ringed glory continues to captivate and inspire us. Our understanding of Saturn has grown exponentially thanks to various space missions. Yes, our journey to know this celestial beauty began in earnest in the 1970s with the Pioneer missions. Pioneer 11 was our first ambassador to Saturn, flying by in 1979. It gave us our first close-up images, revealing the complex structure of Saturn's rings and the existence of a previously unknown ring, now aptly named the F-ring. Then came the Voyager missions in the early 1980s. Voyager 1 provided us with detailed images of Saturn, its rings and its moons. It found that Saturn's F-ring was kinked with braided strands, a discovery as surprising as finding a square wheel on a car. Meanwhile, Voyager 2, not to be outdone, discovered a few more moons, like a cosmic Easter egg hunt. But it was the Cassini-Huygens mission that stole the show. Launched in 1997, it arrived at Saturn in 2004 and spent 13 years in orbit, studying the planet, its rings and its moons. Cassini showed us that Saturn's rings were even more intricate than we thought, like a cosmic version of the most complex Swiss watch. It also discovered geysers spewing water ice from the moon Enceladus and lakes of liquid methane on Titan. Cassini's grand finale in 2017 was a series of daring dives through the gap between Saturn and its rings before it plunged into the planet's atmosphere, sending back data until the very end. A rather dramatic exit, don't you think? And the story doesn't end there. No. Indeed, future missions to Saturn are already in the planning stages. NASA's Dragonfly mission is set to launch in the late 2020s, aiming to explore Titan's methane lakes. So, as we conclude, let's remember that our quest to understand Saturn is far from over, with future missions already in the planning stages. Saturn, with its rings and moons, continues to captivate and challenge us. And we, ever curious, will continue to explore, to learn, and to marvel at the wonders of our solar system. So there you have it, a journey around the spectacular Saturn, a planet that never ceases to amaze. We've ventured through its compelling features, from its grandeur and gaseous composition to the captivating rings that encircle it, and its multitude of moons. Let's take a moment to revisit our cosmic adventure. We began with an overview of Saturn, the sixth planet from the Sun, a gas giant, and the second largest planet in our solar system. A planet so light it could float in a bathtub. If only we could find a bathtub big enough. Oh, and who could forget its iconic feature, those beautiful rings composed of countless particles of ice, dust and rock, all dancing around the planet in a cosmic ballet. We then took a closer look at Saturn's composition, a planet made mostly of hydrogen and helium. Its outer atmosphere is adorned with striking cloud bands, reminiscent of its larger neighbour, Jupiter. But unlike Jupiter, Saturn's bands are faint and often hard to see, a testament to its shy, understated elegance. Then we delved into the magic of Saturn's rings. Not one, not two, but 7 major rings, each named after a letter of the alphabet. And within those rings we found gaps and divisions carved by the gravity of tiny shepherd moons. The rings, though seemingly solid from afar, are actually composed of countless icy particles, each on their own orbit around Saturn. We also touched on Saturn's moons, all 82 of them. From Titan, the second largest moon in the solar system with its thick atmosphere and liquid methane lakes, to Enceladus, the icy moon that hides a subsurface ocean and shoots geysers of water into space. And we couldn't leave out Saturn's place in culture and mythology. From ancient Roman mythology, where Saturn was the god of agriculture and wealth, to its influence in pop culture, this celestial body has left a significant mark on human imagination. Finally, we explored humanity's endeavours to study Saturn, from early telescopic observations to the groundbreaking Voyager and Cassini missions. The images and data these missions have provided have revolutionized our understanding of this gas giant and its complex system of rings and moons. If you've enjoyed this cosmic journey, give us a thumbs up, share with your friends, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more stellar content. Until next time, keep looking up.